Hey folks, yes, I'm alive. Way overdue on a video. I have not stopped making videos. The reason I haven't made a video in a while is, as I have mentioned previously, I'm moving my whole family from Massachusetts down to North Carolina. And in aid of that, we found a house down there and bought it. And I've made 3 trips down there. It's a 12-hour drive each way. So that took a bite out of my free time. I do have 3 different bikes, videos for 3 different bikes. I just have been super lazy on editing because editing is very tedious. But in any case, here is a video for another Honda Cb550, which is a bike that I was all taken apart up in my attic, and I take all the parts, stick it back together, and sell it. So maybe a little repetitive because I just did one of these, but this is another one. So there's 4 that were upstairs, and this is, I got rid of one, put it together, made a video, got rid of it for like 500 bucks, and this is the second one. The third one that I'm going to bring down is one that I'm going to actually restore, but I'm not going to restore it now. I just want to get all the parts for it. And then the 4th one, I'm just going to take all the remaining parts I have, which is like a ton of them. I have all kinds of parts. There's like 5 bins of stuff. And I'll just take the 4th one, make it into a roller. I won't put the engine back in, but I'll sell it as a roller with all the extra parts and get rid of that. And that'll be the end of that. If that makes any sense. All right. Well, thank you for watching. All right, it's a very cold mid-December day. It's about 20 degrees Fahrenheit up here. And so there was 4 Honda Cb550s up here. Now there are 3. I put one together and got rid of it as a project. The next one is here. This is a 75, October 74. So that was a 75. I have a title for it. These are the forks I think that were on it. So basically it's just general area like this and this. So if I get rid of this stuff, I'll get this slot back and this slot back. This slot is KX60, more KX60 crap. That's KDX80 stuff. It's just kind of a daunting mission here, but yeah, I think there might be another box somewhere over behind there. This is Mustang stuff. There's 2 other CB550s over here, and here's wheels. So I gotta find the next best front and back wheel that I have. I only have 1 back wheel, and I had 3 back wheels out in the shed. I got a couple of them and brought them in. This is probably the better one. So, okay, so I'm gonna start bringing it down. Gotta find all the boxes of the stuff and put it back together. I don't know if I'm going to bother making this one run. I'm not sure if it had an electrical. It might have had the electrical system stripped. Well, I'll see. I'm just going to take it all apart. Anyway, not going to show me getting all of that down. I'll pick it back up. Well, yeah, so here's some more wheels. So this is a front wheel. Again, all the spokes are rusted. The rim itself has got, it's got rust on it. This is a crappy front wheel. You can see it sat somewhere. And this is a back wheel, which is like a wider, kind of like I think it's a 16-inch. 16, yeah. So the standard back wheel is an 18. This is a 16. And this kind of makes it look like a Harley. So you can see you can put quite a bit of a fatter wheel on there. One of them I'll have to have one of these, I think, because I don't think I have enough. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna haul a bunch of stuff down here. Okay, so here we go. 1975 Honda Cb550. I'm gonna put it back together and sell it as a project. For anybody who's actually going to do a project, they would probably like to have it just like it is, so they don't have to do the exact same thing. But if I want to sell something on Facebook, it kind of needs to look like a motorcycle. So, item 1, put the kickstand, the understand, center stand back in, and then the swing arm. Or should I do the swing arm first? I forget, what did I do last time? I also have to put this brake arm in, so I don't have to take the swing arm on and off 500 times like I did last time. And it goes like that. So I have the center stand here, and this would be this side, so it goes like that. The cotter pin. No, you guys can't see what I'm doing. Alright, so it's the center stand. One thing I did not see is the big gigantic spring. Oh, there it is. This thing. Alright, so there. Does not want to go in there. That doesn't want to go in there. Giant spring in there. One side hooks onto a hook that's right under here. And the other goes right here. Not too bad. Alright. There we go. Cool. There's 2 bolts that go here. They're probably in a bag. Alright, so here's the bags that I had. I don't know if this was on it, but that is the correct instrument display or whatever for this bike. Those go with these exhaust columns. Has the original exhaust. That's a horn. Oh, I compression tested it. 210, 230 compression, that's baloney. I think the compression tester I had was broken. That goes to a Speedo. What was on this one? Okay, those are those electrical straps. Those go in the rear swing arm and the rear shocks. Oh, I don't see rear shocks here. Yeah, I'll have to get a pair of those. I'll have to get one of those rubber things that go in the rear wheel well. Get one of those upstairs. What is that? Center stand. Oh, those are the bolts I was looking for. Okay. These are the engine mounts. So there's not a lot here. That's the top of the fork thing. Yep. Okay. So, center stand. Okay. All right. Get this brake thing in. Okay. Now does that go under? Or is it over? I just did one of these. Ugh. Swing arm, end cap, and shock bolts. There. Right. And these are not set to the same position, so I need to change that. So I'd thrown all of the ball bearings away for all of the bikes. I did not throw the races out. I didn't take the races out of the fork neck on this one. So I bought 3 packages of these ball bearings. There's supposed to be enough. Oops. I hope they're the right ones. Okay, I think I'll do this without the gloves. Alright, well, it's starting to take shape. Was that about 3 hours? 3 hours? Alright, I think that's enough for today. I was going to work on this. Didn't get to it. Here's the engine for it. That'll go in next, I think. Yeah, probably get the engine in there. Got the wiring harness, battery box, foot pegs, brake lever, kickstand. Good enough for now. I'm getting ready to put the engine in on the Cb550, and got to take the oil filter off, oil filter housing, and somebody has destroyed that bolt, but I will try to get it off, and I have to find some way that I can steady the engine and get the oil out of it, because it's going to make a hell of a mess if it has oil in it. I don't know if it has oil in it. It's got spark plugs in it. Might have an oil leak. Who knows? Okay, so I've got it basically in position. This is the one that's tough to line up. And so this one that holds on the foot pegs, you see how there's no bolt end, it's just a rod with two nuts. So that goes through there. This one, this is the clutch cable bracket, and here's the negative battery lead. So this one goes through here, and I believe this also helps to hold on the battery box. Okay, and then in that bag I have, there's two other ones. One goes there, one on the other side, same position. And there's two triangular brackets that go here and here. So, put those in. Trying to figure out how this pedal, this foot peg goes. That would be too low. That would be about right. But then this is upside down. So did somebody put this on backwards? The other side is for the brake, and it's longer, and it has to be over there. So the other side pedal is correct. I have other ones of these. I'll go double check it. Yeah, so sure enough, somebody put that on backwards. So it goes like that. All right. So. So over on the other side, so if you can see here, there's a little gap right in there. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. So there's like the foot peg's bolt is going to come through here. And right between the frame and the engine, there's a gap. So that gap is taken up by this spacer. Sure, it makes it easier to get the engine in. Okay, so we won't tighten that up too much. We'll get all of them started first, and then tighten them. last engine mount. It's a dowel right here, it takes up this space. We've got this, which is for the clutch cable. This one here is for the battery box. And where's the nut? Here it is. So we've got the negative battery terminal right here. Right. Try to get the battery box in there. Tab's a little bit bent, I think. This seems to be a bit bent. Unbend it. Let's try that. washer belongs on the inside here. All right. I even went out in the shed and checked, and this arm is supposed to be up here. So when I put the brake on like this, it takes the brake off. It doesn't work at all. That means I got to take off. Do I have to take the swing arm off? I don't think so. Definitely got to take this back off. You didn't see any of that. Whoops. So now the arm is up here. Had the same problem with this one as the other one, getting the right combination of fender and rear bracket. These are the indicator bulbs, idiot lights on the this older Cb550 here. Turn signal, high beam, oil pressure light, and neutral. So let's see. So the turn signal is this one. Okay, so that works. High beam is green and blue. That works. Oil is black and blue with red stripe. Good. And neutral is black with this green one here. Good. So they're all set. So they all work good. If you look at these bars, they're considerably bent. I think this one probably should come up like that. I think I have the correct tool to do that with. just moved it a little bit. Something's wrong. Alright, so that last electrical panel was not wired, was not the right one for this harness. So this one has this it's a little unit that has to have a couple different signals before it lets the starter turn. Of course I don't know whether it's any good, but it looks like either the neutral light has to be on, or these two wires get connected through the clutch. You pull the clutch in. Unfortunately, this handlebar doesn't have one of those, so I'll just jump it, but whatever. Yeah, I did a little bit of spray painting over the rust, over the dirt, just to make it look a tiny bit better. And the back tire was flat. On the last one I tried to use this wheel and pumped it up, and within like an hour it was flat again. I have this other one. It's pretty rusty also. It has some air in it, but it's completely bald. But it's not like you're going to be able to use these tires anyway. Maybe I'll just use this one. think I'll just use this one. So I got to try to get some rust off the rim. The spokes are rust. I mean, could spend forever on this thing. I'm not going to. So I got to put the shocks back on, put the fender back on, put the grab bar back on, get the wheel back on there, and then put the exhaust on. Try to clean up the exhaust a little bit. Some of that rust some of it's hidden. I think that goes on there like that. Yeah, so it's kind of hides some of it. So let's see what I can get off of there with a Brillo pad. Then try to get some clean up the front wheel just a little bit. And I did start doing some of the electrical plug-ins, the points and the rear brake pedal, brake light thingy, the points, the coils. I don't know if this spark plug wire is going to work. Seems like it's cut inside it. And then I've got this mess to try and hook up. So this is the little instrument display, lights for here. You saw me do some soldering, fix some of these cables for the turn signals. Be nice if the turn signals, like as much as I can get to work, the better off it is. I'll throw some dirt bike grips on there. These hand controls seem to work. We'll see. Be nice if the horn worked. So yeah, I gotta do all that. Do the electrical, get the exhaust on there, and then we'll see if we can get spark. And if it has spark, I'll do the same thing. Shoot some starting fluid in there, and see if it goes vroom. And if it does go vroom, I may be on this one. I might take a look at the carburetors. I didn't remember this set of carbs. But they're not as hideously bad as the last ones. And so they may have a chance of working, maybe. They're not frozen. Well, I'll get into that later. But goal for right now is to try and put all that stuff back together. Yes, spent a couple hours at least wiring this thing. Made a lot of progress. One thing that does not work is the oil light, the dummy light. And that is because the oil pressure switch is no good. So I'm burning $13 and putting a new pressure switch in it. Right. Okay, so kind of share some progress here. Electrical, I got just about everything working. I don't know if you can see, you've got the oil light, neutral light, brake light, tail light when the lights are on, right signal, left signal, what else? Starter work, oil light goes out so it builds pressure. And up here we got signals and headlight, high beam, low beam. The only thing that's not working is the horn. I don't know what's going on with that. Seems like it has the correct hookups. But I haven't got the horn itself works. I tested it. But for some reason, it doesn't seem to want to draw power from this plug here. And I don't think it's the button. I believe I've tested the ground on it. So anyway, I'm not going to bother with the horn. So I've got spark on cylinders 2 and 3. That's the right coil. The left coil 1 and 4 are not sparking. So I've taken the cover off, points cover, and indeed when you spin it over, 2 and 3 are sparking and 1 and 4 are not. So I will try points file down here. I don't know if that's going to be enough to get them back. Let's see. If I flick this, what happens? Ah, there's a spark. Okay. Occasionally it is sparking. So, let's do a little more cleaning of this. Piece of sandpaper maybe. Okay, I got spark on 4. Let's see if I get spark on 1. This is the cable that seems like it's broken in there, but I'm not sure. Yep, it's sparking. Alright, so I've got spark. I'm going to clean the spark plugs, put them back in, and hit some starting fluid in there and see if it fires off. Do a compression test since I have the spark plugs out. .155 cylinder 1, cylinder 2, cylinder 2 under 90, so not looking too good. Cylinder 3. .115. 4. It's about 120, 130, we'll call it. Let's take a look at these carbs, see if there's any chance they might just be alright. Highly doubtful. Ugh. Nope. Yeah, they're all crowded up. They're not going to run. Frozen. So, I'm not going to bother with that. I will just go ahead and sell it as it is and leave these to somebody else to clean because I don't feel like messing with it. Alright. Well, hey, thank you for watching another video. Not particularly interesting because it's not one I'm actually restoring, but it took considerable amount of time, almost two different weekends to put that one together. I tried something different on that one. I didn't have two side covers, and I thought if I bought two brand new side covers, it would make it look better because it had that nice green tank. Did I even show that? I don't even know if I showed that tank. I'll have to try and edit some pictures in. Of what it looked like when I sold it. But anyway, I think I put it up for $600. Didn't get a lot of interest. One guy came and like looked at it. You know, like you meet somebody to look at your bike and you're expecting them to show up with a truck or a trailer and they show up with a car. You're like, ugh, this guy's just gonna waste my time. And he just wasted my time. Anyway, then I lowered the price to $420 just to get rid of it. And it sold like the next day. So, so the next video will be the fourth video on the Honda SL 125. I did major work on that during the Christmas New Year's break, which was now 2 months ago. And I've had that footage sitting around, and that'll be the next video. Then there's another KX80 that I've been working on. You've seen it in the background. So anyway, thank you for watching and see you later.